Hi there, Jeffrey Rhoades from Experimental Homesteader Exotic Gardening and Sheri on Richerson.com. Please subscribe. Hit that join button, join our membership. Well, temperature has gone up by quite a bit. I'm not sure, because I didn't look earlier, as to exactly how high the temperature got today. I know it was in the 90s. I know that it felt hotter than that, but I don't know how hot. I did look at the forecast for tomorrow. The high is supposed to be like 96 and feel like 104. So they did break out water bottles. They had coolers full of ice and bottled water. They handed out cooling towels today at work. There is Gatorade some locations, but I didn't see it at the water cooler that I generally use, which is Flat Stocks. So I don't know, what they're doing about the Gatorade at this point, and whether we're going to have some at Flat Stock. My department doesn't have any water coolers in our area. That's why I go over to Flat Stock to get water. So I don't know whether they're going to add any water coolers and potentially add some Gatorade in places. But it was definitely a lot hotter today. And I got off to a rough start this morning. Evidently yesterday, when I had turned off my alarm, I didn't turn it right back on like I normally do. So this morning, my early alarm did not go off. I do have a couple of alarms set for, later on when I'm normally at work, because I sit in the parking lot for a little while, take a nap, basically. I doze, but I have a couple of alarms set to, make sure I don't, fall deeply asleep and miss work because I'm sleeping in the van. But this morning, it was one of the later alarms went off, and I looked at the alarm clock and realized that it was 6:38 in the morning, and I'm supposed to be at work at 7. My first alarm normally goes off at 5, so that I'm up by 5:30 and out the door by 6, and it was 6:38. So I was in rush mode, hurried, got dressed, got out the door, headed to work, messaged my lead that I had overslept and that I was on my way. She, of course, did not check her phone messages, so she was surprised when I got into work. She thought that I wasn't coming to work today, but needless to say, I was about 40 minutes late getting to work this morning, which hadn't happened in, probably at this point 5 years or so, other than the one morning when I had a flat tire on my way to work. I really kind of pride myself on the fact that I'm, pretty much never late to work. But this morning was just one of those days that, I was late. So I do know that my alarm is set for tomorrow. I do have that taken care of already. I said something to somebody else today, and she was, oh, I need to remember to set my alarm for tomorrow. I have to get up in the morning, and I didn't have to today. So she was thankful that I had said something about my own mistake so that she could fix her alarm and make sure she had it on for tomorrow. But it was a nasty day today. Sheri had some issues. The heat was getting to her. She was a couple of times had some breathing problems because due to the heat. Um, we do not currently have, or we did not as of this morning, we did not have any air conditioning hooked up in the house. When I came home this evening, I opened up, took the plastic off of one of the air conditioners that we have in the laundry room, and got it turned on. It's a small one, so it's not going to be real effective for the entire house, but at the moment I've got it, it's on, it's working, and I've got a fan that's going to try and draw some of the cool air into the rest of the house. I don't know how effective it's going to be. It's like I said, we do have a couple more window air conditioners. I just have to get them into windows and get them on and operating. I just hadn't gotten there yet, and this heat is a little early in the season, so we'll see how things go when it actually gets hot in August. Because I don't know that I think this is supposed to go back away and cool back down to normal temperatures, but I don't know for sure. I hadn't paid that close of attention to weather forecasts, but hopefully this is just a couple of days and then it'll drop back down into normal range, and we may not need the air conditioning at that point for a little while. So I might be able to turn it back off and wait another month or so before we actually have to have some air conditioning. Trying to save a little bit on our bills, especially with the way prices are going. Things are just out of control, and we got to try and do something to try and save some money, but at the same time, we've got to be comfortable as well. The temperature is just, it's a little too extreme. It was really bad in the factory. Had the fans going, and it was rough. I know I wasn't working up to my normal pace. I was working a little slow, but the heat was it's draining, and I was trying to stay hydrated, trying to stay working, and it was taking its toll. So, and I know age is getting to be a factor as well, and my weight. A little heavier than what I really would like to be. But on the positive side of things, at the beginning of the year when I had COVID, I quit drinking caffeine. And so I'm not, hitting the caffeine and caffeinated beverages, and that is helping deal with the heat. So, because caffeine is not a good thing during heat, I still don't understand how some of these guys at work in this extreme heat are drinking energy drinks, the massive caffeine dose, energy drink things that just, it's the wrong move really in this heat. Alcohol is worse, but caffeine is definitely it's recommended not to drink caffeine in heat. So let's put it that way. But anyways, that's what they do. But I'm avoiding the caffeine, trying to stay a little better off, a little healthier. And I don't know that it's really made much of a difference in my health, but can't hurt it. So anyways, I think that's going to do it for tonight. So Once again, please subscribe. Give us thumbs up, thumbs down, comments below. And we will see everybody tomorrow. Stay safe out there.